Hello, London Township residents. For those of you who don't know me, I am your current clerk, Kimberly Sharp. I have been at the township for 5 years. I was originally appointed when Lisa Francis left by the old board in July of 2019, and then I ran for the clerk's position in 2020 and won. So I've been with the township a little over 5 years. This election cycle, however, I decided that my skill set was probably better served in Treasury. So I am running for Treasury this time for this election cycle. A little bit about me. I've lived here for 18 years. I've been an accountant. I got my degree 31 years ago, but I've been doing accounting for 35. I put myself through college as a single parent. I did that working as a school bus driver, and then I converted my license to a CDL. And because they were sending me out of town and I had two small children, I was a single parent, I pivoted and started working construction. I was a general laborer in the beginning, and then they found out that I had drywall skills and I was the best finisher on the crew. So who knew? But that's how I put myself through college. I am a small business owner here in London Township. I have my own bookkeeping and accounting business, and I am a realtor. So I have been sitting again, as I said before, in that chair for 5 years. And the reason I decided to pivot to Treasury is because I've been sitting in that chair for 5 years. We see all the residents that come in. We hear what they have to say, and there are times that the clerk's department hasn't been able to help. We get the phone calls. Well, the phone calls are easier actually now because I've been trying to drag our township into the century, updating the phone system, updating the computers. We have a new computer company. The website has been updated. The copier had to be updated. The postage meter was updated. We've had computer upgrades. The phone system was the biggie though, so we didn't have to walk down the hall to tell people that they had a phone call because we lacked the capability of transferring a phone call, and little slips of paper on message pads sometimes get lost. So this way it's a little more efficient. And I want to increase the efficiency of the Treasury Department for the residents. The biggest complaint that I have seen over the last 5 years is that they're just not available enough. So I want to take it from 1 day a week and put it back to 2 days a week. And if I can figure out a way to do it, and I think I've got it worked out where I can possibly have it 3 days a week and possibly 2 deputies, one working 1 day, one working the other day, and then me being there the other day. So you have better access to your Treasury official. There are lots of times when we were getting phone calls where people were asking about their taxes, but as clerk, I couldn't answer that question. I know how to pull the mill rate from the states and figure out, what a tax is going to look like. I know how to read the tax bill and show you that, the amount that actually comes to London Township is actually very small, and I have no problem explaining that to people, which I did do it while I was clerk, and I was not treasurer, but, I've been an accountant for 35 years, so that was in my wheelhouse. The next thing I have heard complaints about is that people who have property in other areas are able to pay for their taxes online, or contractors that have pull a permit and they want to pay for it online. Right now they either have to come in with their check or they have to mail it, and then once the check is mailed and once the check is processed, then they can get their permit. That's a little inefficient. So I'm all about efficiency. I want to bring electronic payments into the township. It has been mentioned before over the last 5 years, but that was not my decision to make. And as Treasury, if you elect me as treasurer, that will be my decision to make. So I want to make it easier for people to pay their taxes. One thing I have seen as clerk is, although the Postal Service does what they can, I don't know the volume of mail that they see every day. I do know that they have to send everything to Detroit and it has to come back. But recently we got a absentee ballot back, and it was for a 2022 election. So it ran around in the postal system for 2 years before it was returned back. And checks for your taxes get lost too. So having another avenue where people can pay their taxes or pay for their permits just makes sense. Electronic payments just make sense. And I don't see it as making it any more difficult to reconcile the accounts, because I've been reconciling accounts for 35 years. So this is just another accounting function. So again, my skill set is the best for the township, as I have spent 5 years serving all residents, whether they like me or not. And I will continue as your treasurer, if you elect me in November, serving all residents, whether you like me or not, because that's my job. I look forward to seeing you in November, either during the 9 days of in-person voting or on the 5th of November, or when you're dropping in your absentee ballot. This is my last election for you, but I look forward to seeing all of you. So you have a wonderful day, and please come out to the polls, call us for a ballot. I look forward to seeing you.